And that's kind of weird. Okay, so let me give you a sorry for using this shitty phone. Ironically, the Edmonton police stole my phone. I was arrested on August 29th, Sunday, just this past Sunday at 2:30 in the afternoon, on some trumped up charges. If you look on my Edmonton police harassment, which was filmed on April 21st, 2021, I do believe it's hashtagged under Edmonton police harassment. So anyway, from that instance, from that day, they put warrants out for my arrest, even though everything was dealt with and whatnot. But it doesn't matter because I'm native. I'm a past criminal that's trying to redeem himself and be a better person. The Edmonton police don't care about that. All they care about is making sure they make my life hell. So let me give you a rundown what happened on August 29th. They arrested me over here just outside my house on the public street. They rolled up, said they had 5 warrants out for my arrest that I had no knowledge of. They said 4 of them were due to the fact of April 30th. The video that I shot on April 21st, 2021 was completely ignored, and I was arrested. And on top of that, I was also arrested on a breach of restraining order. See, an individual down the way from me put a restraining order on me some time ago on March 15th. He's a racist individual. He's been making my life hell for over 2 years. I've complained about the individual because with my background, I have no choice. I have to fucking take it. So I did. I followed the law to the T, made complaints, stayed away from him, filmed, did everything. So his new game was to stand in front of my home when I take out my dog for a walk or I go grocery shopping. He stands outside my home, and he just sits there. And by law, the Edmonton police don't care about my rights. They only care about this Jason Elliott's rights, or Jay Elliott, or whatever, because he's a Caucasian, racist, skinhead, and they protect their own. So he's standing outside my house, preventing me from getting into my house. So I walk around and come in and leave it at that, but I filmed the whole entire interaction. I made a complaint to the Edmonton police. I made a complaint to the professional standards about this, provided whatever, and I got arrested for that. Go figure. So on August 29th, when they arrested me on my charges, the Edmonton police stole my phone. Sorry, they lost my phone. The same phone that has all the evidence on it concerning the harassment, the abuse I've taken from not only Jason Elliott, but from the Edmonton police and the harassment and everything. So they stole my phone. Sorry, they lost my phone. So I was arrested on August 29th at 2:30 in the afternoon. I had to wait for bail. I wasn't in a good position, mentally and physically, because I was being taken away from my Princess baby and my other ones. So once again, I'm being falsely accused of animal abuse. As you can see on the April 21st, 2021 video, there was no animal abuse. You see the whole video, you see the whole arrest in its entirety. You see how the police were acting. You've seen that I took her outside to view the police, and they just Didn't mention that. Not one bit. So they violated every one of my rights, but it doesn't matter because I'm Native and I'm me, and as far as they're concerned, I'm subhuman. But you can judge for yourself. Go to Edmonton Police Harassment, April 21st, 2021, and you can judge for yourself. It's my last couple of videos ago. Go judge for yourself. Hit me up and tell me what you think, if it's right or wrong. So they arrested me on that. They said I fucking, once again, like the August 17th charge and the other charge, that I'm abusing my animals. This time, instead of using a bear spray or a cattle prod or picking up my dog by its throat, they said I punched her right in the snout. It's funny how the Edmonton police use the same gimmick and the same bullshit in order to get their way, to harass me, to threaten me, to do all this shit on me. So I went to court. I went to see the JP on the Monday morning. Finally, I got through 2:30. I waited all night. 10:30 in the morning. I finally seen the JP. We laid out all the conditions. He released me on my own. He released me on conditions. As I finished signing the condition reports, they come back and they rescinded the bail and told me I had to go to jail, which was next door. So I went to jail. Instead of being released, they rescinded the bail, sent me to jail, where I had to go and see another judge this morning. So I went and finally seen another judge this morning about 9:30 in the morning. I get up and see the judge finally at about 11:30 after waiting and waiting. This Edmonton judge, Queen's Bench judge, looks at me dead in the eye and said, "Why are you here?" This is a judge asking me why I am here. He says, "We do not have any paperwork for you to be here. You should not be here." And the funny thing is, before I went to court, the jail, the Edmonton Remand Center, said I shouldn't be there. I should not be there, quote unquote. And on top of that, one of the guards said, "You need to go the fuck home. You're taking up space, you're taking up room, and you're taking up resources." Go figure. So after all this transpires, I go to, they put me down. They say, "Well, we got to figure out what's going on, so we'll remand you until 1 o'clock and whatnot, because you're not on the docket. There's no paperwork for you. You should not be in front of me. You should not be standing in front of me." Finally, at 1:30, another judge gets on and just says, "I'm releasing you." So eventually at 4:30, I get released. I sign the papers and they say, "Look at me dead." And they say, "It must be time served." They sign me out, give me my possessions, and kick me out of jail. So that was my last 72 hours or so. How's your day going? How's your last 72 hours?